Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Chew. I'm Robert Wallace. This is a place where we ask, am I choosing the way of Jesus, or am I choosing my own way? Honest faith requires honest truth. We're moving on to heart deceit today. It's helpful to understand the subtle point from our passage this week in Acts chapter 4, verses 32 through Acts 5, verse 10. As the disciples learned of needs in the community of believers, they took action to help meet the needs as they were able. Let's look again at Acts chapter 4, verses 34 and 35. That there were no needy persons among them, for from time to time those who owned land or houses sold them, brought the money from the sale, and put it at the apostles' feet, and it was distributed to anyone who had need. Key point here, from time to time, indicates that when needs came up in the community, they would take action, those who were able. This is a way of life, and their choice to live out the heart truth, resulting in the fact that folks had their needs met as they were able to contribute to the community. When we think of others, our desire is to be gracious to them with what God has blessed us with, to care for them. Luke then makes a specific reference to Barnabas in Acts chapter 4, verses 36 and 37. Quote, Joseph, a Levite from Cyprus, whom the apostles called Barnabas, which means son of encouragement, sold a field he owned and brought the money and put it at the apostles' feet. The actions of Barnabas contrast with the actions of Ananias and Sapphira. The difference lies between heart truth and heart deceit. In Acts chapter 5, verses 3 and 4, we read this. Then Peter said, Ananias, how is it that Satan has so filled your heart that you have lied to the Holy Spirit and have kept for yourself some of the money you received for the land? Didn't it belong to you before it was sold? And after it was sold, wasn't the money at your disposal? What made you think of doing such a thing? You have not lied just to human beings, but to God. Basically, Peter is saying, Ananias, you've lied to God. Your heart deceit is your sin. If Ananias had been honest with himself about his choice to hold back some of the money, this too would have been between him and God, and it would have been honest. Instead, he and his wife conspired to keep some of the money for themselves and lie to the church about what they actually received for selling the piece of land. That's the deceit. Ananias gave in to the temptation to lie about his choice. And James warns us about that in James chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then after the desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. And we cannot sit here and analyze Ananias to see why he and Sapphira made their choice. We can see the results, though. We can see how the truth of James shares with us is a guide to guard our hearts against heart deceit. This story should give us pause. This story should drive us to examine our own heart, our own motivations, and what we truly believe. Ultimately, we need to live a life of honest faith. Allow me to repeat the truth of Jesus from Luke chapter 6, verse 45. A good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Are there times when I've acted with heart deceit? Have I given into the temptation looking to appear truthful? Do I want to store up the good of God to live out heart truth? Well, what is the Holy Spirit saying to me right now for today? Am I going to choose the way of Jesus that leads to a full life, or am I going to choose my own way? I'm praying for us as we carefully consider today's Chew, all the passages that we've shared. Let's go back and read them, inviting the Holy Spirit to give us eyes to see and ears to hear God's truth from His Word. Let's have receptive hearts and minds to receive these truths, and then let's ask the Father for the same boldness, commitment, and courage of Jesus to go and do what the Holy Spirit is leading us to do right now, today. I pray you'll have a wonderful day, my friends. Go in the peace of God. Blessings to you. Bye for now.